Super Bowl Sunday. Well, nearly. It's nearly the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's in like a few days. I'm actually so hyped. Obviously, my Dolphins not in it this year. Super excited, nonetheless. I just love the Super Bowl. It's just great. Good sporting event, you know? Pay my respects to the Super Bowl. I feel like the best thing we should do is react to some of like the most famous moments and like just ramble about personal experiences and stuff like that. Anyway, if you love football, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here we go, Eli. Drops back.
Pressure from Thomas.
How does he stay on his feet?
Manning stays on his feet. Airs it out down the field.
What a catch.
It is caught by Tyree.
What a catch. Simply amazing. Imagine they sacked him. As in, like, imagine they got him. The Pats win and they, like, do what my Dolphins did and have a perfect season. 17-0, baby, let's go. We suck now, but that doesn't matter. I wish I was more of an NFL fan then. It's hard. I was like 5, but like, I remember stuff from like AFL when I was 5, so imagine, like, I can imagine, like, being a fan. I would have absolutely adored that moment. It's funny how moments become games. Like, moments become history, you know? And that's what's so good about sport. That's why I love sport, is that, like, the smallest moment, like, one play, or in, like, American football context, one play can change the course of history. Basketball, one shot can change the course of history. Footy, one tackle, one kick, one goal, like one moment can change history. And that's what's so great about sport. Imagine the Pats didn't win another ring and that was like their last chance. And that was it. That was their legacy. The dynasty was over because of that game. Like, imagine that. Obviously that didn't happen. Feel like that game would be talked about more had the Pats not won so many rings. But on the flip side, the fact that Manning got 2 rings and both of them were against like good Patriot teams is quite incredible in itself. Just on that, what is like considered the best rings? Like best individual rings? Is it any ring against Brady? So is it literally like the 2 Manning ones and Philly? Like, are they the best rings of all time? Like, obviously Dirk's ring. Dirk's ring in 11 is the best, like, basketball ring of all time. Like, that Mavericks team. Bloody hell. What did they do? Was it Portland? Then they swept the Lakers. Then they beat OKC. And then they beat LeBron, Bosh, and Wade. Like, is there a ring like that? I don't really know. Yeah, just absolutely crazy. I've rambled for too long here, but it's just insane. Oh, my word. Malcolm Butler. What a hero. Talk about a nobody that just made a name for themselves. To be considered the best team ever, like, you do need an element of luck. You need luck with injuries. You need luck with plays like that. That's actually insane. That whole, like, that game is one of the best Super Bowls ever. And just, like, to cap it off with a throw instead of a run to Marshawn Lynch. All the Seahawks fans have just turned off the video, by the way. Yes, it's just like, it's remarkable. Like, that whole sequence. The best bit about that is the catch before. Like when Curse dives and catches it one-handed like OBJ and like bubbles it. Like that's honestly the most insane part about that. I didn't even know that happened until like a year ago when I watched the game. If you haven't, do yourself a favor, watch those highlights because they are completely insane. They are like, it's crazy. Big Ben. Oh, what a catch. Oh, the poor Cardinals. The poor Cardinals, man. I know like the Dolphins have sucked for like ever. They haven't won a playoff game since 2000, which will remain until they get rid of Tua. I'm not a Tua hater. I'm just a realist. Tua's not clutch. He's just not, all right? He ain't. He's never ever, unfortunately, some blokes just have it, some don't. He doesn't have it. At least the Dolphins have got 2 rings. Even though they're in the 70s, they've got them. Teams like the Lions, the Cards, like the Bills, they just don't have a ring yet. And it's like heartbreaking plays like this for Cardinals fans that must just haunt them for generations. Like it must actually just haunt them. Whereas I can just look back and go 17-0. Back-to-back champs. Yeah, we did it. We did it once. We had Dan Marino. Like, you know? Whereas, like, if you don't have one, you don't have one. Like me with the Canucks. At the end of the day, I can love that 2011 team all I like. They didn't win it. you know? Like, they didn't win it. They might have been really good and got bloody close, but they didn't win it. It's the ultimate, the gap between the very good and the ultimate success is just like why sport is so captivating. You look at St Kilda, for example. Like, they haven't won one since 66, but they've gotten bloody close and had some super teams like 09 and 10. That team was unbelievable and they didn't win one. Like, they're unlucky. Just shows you that championships are like everything in sport. And that's why they're so precious. Like, it doesn't matter if you get 1 or 5, you know? If you get 1, it can mean arguably more than 5. That's what's crazy about sport.
Assumes the position.
For the Super Bowl. This is pretty big.
Winger waits to snap it.
What's gonna happen here?
We wait. There's a snap. There's a kick. It is up. It is no good.
Wide right.
4 seconds.
Oh,
left.
no.
The Giants have won Super Bowl 25.
Oh no, you poor man. See, now I know what wide right is. I'd heard so many people that I know follow NFL and they're always like, wide right. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but that's wide right. Oh my goodness, he missed the game-winning field goal for the Super Bowl. But again, that goes back to my discussion, like my little rant before. Like, heartbreak is just embedded in the roots of teams. In a way, it's what like draws fans back. Oh, one day, you know, one day we'll get that elusive trophy, you know? I don't know why I had to do a Mater accent then, but you know, like, it's that one day. It's the believe, you know, believing. Here we go, throws.
It is caught by Dyson. Can he get
Oh, what a
it?
tackle.
No, he
What a
cannot.
tackle. Was that for the bowl?
Mike Jones made the tackle.
Oh my word. That is the definition of defense wins championships. My word. He must be like heroed in St. Louis, I assume. Because that's when they weren't the LA Rams yet. But my goodness, that put the body on the line. Just lunge. That's beautiful. It's like Daniel in bloody Rocket League. Just lunge. Just put the body on the line. It's beautiful. It is the greatest saying. Talent wins games, defense wins championships. Moments win games, defense wins championships. I don't know. Defense wins championships. It just does. It's true. You look at any sport throughout history, 95% of the time, the team that wins the title has good defense. Like, elite defense. Very rarely do the hot shot, like, teams that score massive points ever win. Last year, the Dolphins, they dropped 70 on the Broncos. They were scoring at like 30 points a game, but the defense was a joke. And everyone's like, oh, the Dolphins, it's finally their year. It's like, no, it's not. We can't defend other teams, but other teams will be able to defend us, you know? And we can't play in the snow. And Tua throws interceptions every time we play. Sorry, I'm just going down a psychological rabbit hole here. But you know what I mean? Like, defense wins premierships. It wins you championships. And it's just not a truer word has ever been said. Like, yeah, you'll get lucky in a shootout every now and again, but at the end of the day, a defensive moment like that tackle will win you the game. And that's what's great about sport as well. Back to that theory of moments wins games. That was everything. That was a moment that won a game, but it was the defense that won a championship. Like, it's actually wild. Not a long video, I know, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm a bit tired at the moment. I'm a bit run down. I don't know. I'm just a bit fatigued. So it probably wasn't as engaging as usual. I hope you have an amazing Super Bowl. I hope you enjoy. We do have a video coming out, so I hope you enjoy that as well. Other than that, thank you so very much for watching. Have an amazing day, and always remember, sometimes you've just got to believe.